Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing well and enjoying your colouring at the moment. It has been absolutely beautiful weather here. Went out for the day for my daughter's birthday party. Well, not my daughter's birthday, but a birthday party. And it was all outdoor, and we were there from about 10 until 2. Had to get up very early on a Sunday morning, which I didn't enjoy, but it was such a gorgeous day, and we were outdoors most of the day, which is always nice. So yes, that's what we've been doing. So this is part 3 of my completed Johanna Basford pages, and we're going to be looking today at Secret Garden. So let's get cracking. So I've done the nameplate as one of my completed pages for this month, so I'm not going to show you that. So this is one of the first pictures I ever coloured in this book. It's all fine liners, Staedtler Triplus fine liners. I'll give you a close-up of that page and then a close-up of that page. So very much block colouring, no shading at all. It's quite a nice page. It's quite nice and colourful. I've got some leaves here which aren't necessarily green, which I always like. But yes, that was one of my first pages, I think, in this book. A nice double pager as well. That's that one. I've still got quite a few to complete in this book, but as you can see, a lot of it is create more of your own topiary, and I'm never confident in my drawing skills, so I get a bit scared of doing those pages. And this is another one which was pretty early on in this book, and this is all fine liners again. You can see at the bottom all the pebbles are different colours. Again, very much, there's a little bit of different colours and blending trying to happen. But I quite like the effect of that one. No background, I decided not to do backgrounds, but I like the kind of circular shape of the image. One of my favourite images actually from this book. But again, one of my early ones from this book. I've been on a bit of a colouring slump. I've not wanted to do massive pages. So this one I think I did 2 or 3 months ago. So the main body of the picture is polychromos. This is polychromos. Then this grass here is ink tense. I think the tree is polychromos. Then we've got some pentel dual hybrid on the cage there. We've got some Posca. This is Sakura Jelly Roll Glaze pen. So it's kind of got this 3D effect. And then I used some Staedtler Norris watercolour pencils for the background. And I really like the colours that I did in the leaves here, which is really unusual for me not to go with the standard green, but I really liked that. Yeah, Staedtler Norris watercolour pencils. My toastals are actually much more red than what that looks like. And some Posca pens to make the little twinkle kind of stars in the background. I really like the way this turned out. I actually use it on my Facebook group page, Colouring with Amy, as the banner. My favourite, as you know, is purple and pink. If you watch my channel or look at my completed pages every month, my favourite colour combos, purple and pink. But yeah, I really like the way this turned out. It was a kind of work of love, I think, as a lot of these double page spreads in these books are. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. Okay, so this is one where I did go to town with my drawing skills. So this I did, I think, it may have been, don't think it was autumn last year. I think it was the autumn in 2020. I think it was autumn 2020. It may not have been. But yeah, I drew the fence myself. I put in this soil and grass. I drew the hills. I drew the house. I drew the woodpecker. Which other bird did I draw? I drew this humongous robin here. I don't know if you can see it. I drew that robin and I drew the woodpecker on the end. And I used Johanna's inky Wonderland to help me with drawing the birds. And what's really interesting about this, for me, this page, is my daughter's got this book as well. And we both started doing this page together. And we didn't talk to each other about what we were doing. And I looked up and she had coloured this in exactly the same colour. She decided it was a denim blue shirt as well. And I just was like, that's exactly what I'm doing. So it was so interesting that we both had the same kind of thought. And I kind of wanted to do dirty rubber gloves on the end of his thing. But yeah, so this was me trying to do the additions with the fence, the hills. It was okay, and that's my first attempt at clouds, which were awful. I now have a cloud stencil and I'm much better at doing them. But yeah, I quite like this page. I can't remember what I did. I think it's polychromos. And it's when I'd started, it may well be Black Widows, looking at the colour of that. This was when I started doing pencils in Johanna's books. It's one of the first ones I started doing pencils with. And learning about shading and how to colour leaves differently and stuff like that. So yeah, this was I was really happy with this when I first did it. I can see lots of mistakes now and pencil that needs more layers and things like that. But overall, I quite like the effect. So look, create more flowering branches. Oof. I think I might just do them but not put the bits in. There's just so many. I love this double page spread. I will get to this one at some point as well. I like these two. So this is a Staedtler fine liner page. No background. I just liked it the way it was. My daughter, we coloured this in my daughter's book as well. Not the same colours, but I love how this one's come out. It's just so simple, but it's so pretty. Then this one is, I put the date on this one. This I did on the 1st of September 2021. So there is some stickles and some shine on here. Yeah, you can see it just there. But this, I think, is all polychromos. I really like the way this turned out. It's a lot of very, very intricate detail, but I like the way I've done the watering cans with the shading. You can really see how my colouring has come along with the shading on this page. Then I've got some metallic watercolour up here on the watering cans. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, I really like the way this one came out. Really, just lots of intricate details, but I'm really beginning to understand how to use pencils on that. And that was in 2021. I like this page as well. I'm going to do this at some point. And then this I really, really love too. I just like the way I've done the lily pads. I've got some sparkling watercolour on here. I like the way I've done the background with like a blue and it gets lighter towards the top. I like my toad. I just really like that as an effect. And I didn't do any more drawing. I just coloured it as it was without adding anything new. And I really like the way that this one came out. I like this purple down here. I can't remember what pencil, so it looks like it's polychromos by the colour on there. But yeah, I just really like the way it came out. And I was experimenting with my sparkly paint, as you can see just here, which is Rebecca's Art Spirits paint, which is still on. So yeah, really, really pleased with this one. And I just like the depth that I've got with the colour. Just, yeah, as you can tell, I'm really happy. Okay, that's that one. I think I've got a couple more in here. Yeah, there we go. So this is a very early one. Staedtler Triplets fine liner. I went a bit crazy with my purple and pink house. Purple and pink house, very much green leaves. I would do that very differently, I think, if I did this one again. But overall, I quite like the effect. And then this one, I was determined that my peacock was not going to be the traditional blue and green. So I went for pink and white peacock. And this was all done in Ergo Softs. And I very much stuck to quite a rigid colour palette, very limited. And I really like the way it turned out, actually. And I like the way you can see the feathers. I just really, really like the way this turned out a lot. And again, it's one of those circular designs which is really pretty. So yeah, that's that one. I think that's the last one in this book. I might be wrong. But yeah, so I've only, you know, it feels like I've done 10 or 11 images in there. I need to do more in that book, but I'm just so scared of the drawing part. But maybe I just don't need to worry about those and just get on with it. But yeah, so a nice short and sweet video of part 3 of my Johanna Basford completed pages, and this is Secret Garden. See you in the next one. Bye.